Yes, perfect, perfect. So today we are going over how to stay consistent over the holidays, which seems to be a lot of people's biggest stressor, right? Of feeling like we're gonna throw in the towel over the holidays. We're gonna lose all of our progress over the holidays, but we can go into this setup for success to ensure that we can still enjoy our gatherings guilt-free while staying on track. So, oops, there we go. This season is different. Let's acknowledge it. Let's admit it. The holidays are busy. There's emotions, unpredictability, and if you ever felt like December undoes all of your work, you're not alone. But the truth is, this call today isn't about talking about restrictions and damage control, but ideally our goal here is to create a simple plan to create momentum along the way without aiming for perfection because we know that all or nothing mindset just never works. December isn't about pausing our progress, but it is about practicing like real life scenarios where life's going to come up. There's going to be things that are thrown our way that throw us off our groove, such as the holidays. And I'm sure in January, something else is going to come up, like work, family obligations, stress, etc., right? And so right now, we are building the skills to help build and carry you through January, already feeling strong and confident. So, some of our journaling prompts today was supposed to be a little bit more engaging, but since Leah is working out, I'm going to assume we're not going to be as engaged. And I don't know where everyone is this morning. But when we watch the replay, I want you to journal and post some of these questions in the group. So, what is your biggest worry about the holidays? What is like the most stressful part when we're going into the holidays? Is it the stress? Is it the family gathering? Is it the food? Is it the alcohol? Like, what is contributing to you feeling like, okay, the holidays are going to be stressful. They're going to throw me off track, XYZ. The next thing I want us to reflect on is what does success in December look like for you? How are you ensuring that you are staying on track through December, and how does that work with your life right now? What is one boundary that you need to set this season and stick to, whether that's with yourself or others around you? Maybe Aunt Sally is always trying to push all of her delicious treats down our throats, and we don't want all of them. So maybe setting a boundary with Aunt Sally and be like, I'll have one, but I'm not having all, right? And what is your non-negotiable habit? What is the one thing that you are committed to doing every single day without missing? Maintenance is progress. So this all or nothing thinking spikes during the holidays. We tell ourselves, oh, we'll start over in January, which creates a dangerous mental loop that undermines our confidence. But here's what we need to remember. The women that get long-term results aren't the ones who are perfect. They're the ones who just don't quit. We got to reframe success. So maintenance during the holiday season is real progress. Staying anchored when life gets chaotic builds the confidence that you need for lasting change. Number two, letting go of perfection, which I know we talk about tons in this group, but you don't need flawless execution. We need consistency, even if imperfect consistency is what's going to move you forward. So doing something rather than nothing at all. Look at Leah. She's joining today's call. It can't be perfect. She can't be fully engaged and present, but she's also showing up while also crushing a workout. Huge win. And choose your goal over the holidays, whether it's to maintain, whether it's to lose, or to simply not spiral. All are valid. Pick what feels sustainable for you right now so that you have a clear vision as to how tackling the holidays looks like for you. Food freedom without the binging. There's a crucial difference between intentional indulgence and choosing to eat something versus the binge restrictive cycle. The key to eating with awareness and purpose and not deprivation before or punishment after the event. So I really want to, like, if you leave this call with anything, it is we are not using the holidays to deprive ourselves, and we're not using them to punish ourselves afterwards. I don't want us like chronically under eating before the dinners or after the dinners to try and make up for the additional calories we might have during our holiday gatherings. You don't need to earn food. punish your body, or be good to deserve results. Let's talk about how to enjoy the holiday meals without losing control. So the plate framework, which we talked about in our last live, was the protein anchor. So starting every meal with a protein to help stabilize your blood sugar and hunger levels, fiber and volume. Add vegetables to create fullness and fill your plate. And yes, joy foods. I want you to include them on purpose, guilt-free, and intentionally choose the foods that you are going to include that are going to bring you joy, that are going to be that like indulging or special treats over the holidays that you only get once a year. Training and movement. Give what you can. If you can't give 100%, give 60. If you can't give 60, give 20. Something always beats nothing at all. In December, consistency matters most over intensity. Short workouts still count. Missed workouts don't erase progress, and rest can be recovery, not avoidant learning to tell the difference. So we're prioritizing steps, which was our goal for this past week. Daily movement is a powerful fat loss tool. Family walks can count. Parking further away from the store counts. It all adds up. Quick workout sessions. Don't have time for your full workout? Do some of it. That was literally me last night. Like I went in late and I had 5 exercises planned. I did 3 out of the 5 because I got to a point where like I was not feeling well. I got super pale. I felt like I was gonna faint, and I was like, you know what? That is my body's cue. I'm gonna wrap it up, but I still showed up. I still did something, and like that all or nothing mindset still kicked in. It was like, well, did you even work out if you didn't do the whole thing? And it's like, yes, I still did way more reps than I would have done if I didn't do anything at all, right? So focusing on letting go of the perfect workout mindset. Something is always better than nothing at all. And lower the bar. 2 workouts per week instead of 4, still progress. Don't let one missed workout derail your entire week. Okay. Sleep, stress, and your nervous system. Stress doesn't just affect your mood, it impacts your water retention, the weight on the scale, and how your body processes food. Poor sleep can increase your hunger and cravings while slowing down fat loss. Your body doesn't respond well to chaos and pressure. It responds to safety and consistency. This time of the year, I want you to focus on supporting your nervous system, and that is just as important as your workouts. The scale and the holiday weight fluctuations. Let's get real about the scale because I've definitely been getting some messages in my DMs about this. So, your weight fluctuates on a day-to-day basis, whether it comes from salt consumption on the day before, carbs, travel, hormones, stress, sleep, etc. None of which means that you've gained fat. If the scale goes up the next day by 5 pounds, you did not gain 5 pounds of fat. You are retaining water. Okay. A spike on the scale after a holiday meal is just water weight and food volume. So you just need to go for a poop. Okay. It is not body fat. Understanding this can help you detach your emotions from the daily numbers. When to weigh in? If you can view it as data without the emotion, weigh yourself. If you find that that number ruins your day, ruins your outlook on all of your progress, skip it till January. And again, as you guys know, I'm a ditch the scale kind of coach. We go off of the progress photo so that we can watch inflammation, we can watch body composition changes versus that number on the scale is just so up and down that it's not an accurate depiction as to our progress overall, right? So let's watch for the non-scale wins. Energy levels throughout the day, strength improvements in our workouts, how our clothes fit, digestion and gut health, and just overall mood and confidence. Remember, temporary scale changes do not equal fat gain. Your consistency over time matters far more than daily fluctuations. Emotional eating and holiday triggers. The holidays bring a very unique emotional trigger. Family dynamics, feelings of scarcity around special foods, social pressures, nostalgia. These can all lead to eating when we're not actually physically hungry. And here's the most important thing to remember. Overeating does not mean that you failed. It means that you're human. So number one, pause before eating. Take 3 seconds to check in with yourself. Number two, name the emotion. Am I actually hungry? Am I stressed? Am I bored? Or am I seeking comfort? Number three, choose your response. Make intentional choices when you are deciding to indulge and take your power back. There's nothing wrong if you decide to indulge, but at least make sure that you are making that decision versus regretting it later and being like, oh, I felt like I had no control and I just overate and I didn't have any like power and say no, right? And number four, move forward. After overeating, return to normal eating. No restrictions, no punishments. Self-talk is going to matter so much right now during the season. Instead of, I ruined everything, try, I enjoyed that meal and I'm getting back on track now. Shame is going to spiral and keep you stuck. Self-compassion is going to help move you forward. Your holiday survival system. You need a bare minimum plan, the essentials that you can commit to even on your hardest days. When everything falls apart, what are 1 to 3 things that you can still do? This isn't about doing everything perfectly, but it's about identifying your non-negotiables and protecting them fiercely. Handling travel and social pressures. So a few different options here. We could pack some protein-filled snacks and bring some shelf-stable options when traveling if we're having to go from house to house or etc. and have some different options that we can either have on the road or bring over to our gatherings. Set boundaries with your food pushers. And I'm sure we all have an Aunt Sally who's like, enjoy all of my desserts. I made all of these. You have to have one of each, and they're all delicious. And you could just say, I'm satisfied. Thank you. I'm full. Thanks. That's a complete sentence. Choose your indulgences. There we go. Intentionally. Not everything is worth it. Like I remember the other day I got this I like my two favorite desserts, cheesecake and chocolate mousse cake. Like if you got a good one of either, like I will definitely make room for that in my calories, right? So I went to this little cafe. They had this chocolate mousse cake, looked delicious behind the window, and I was like, I need that. I get it. I took a bite out of it. I was like, ooh, that is like the most awful chocolate mousse cake I've ever had in my life. Did not taste like chocolate mousse cake. And I'm like, I am not like, yes, I spent money on it. I'm not going to spend any additional calories on a food that I'm not enjoying, right? And so I just simply said, I'm not going to eat this. And my friend was like, are you crazy? Like, you can't just throw that out. I'm like, yeah, actually, I can. Like, it was my money, it's my choice. And they're like, I don't really like it either. I'm like, cool, I'm going to throw it out. And they're like, no, 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 I'm going to finish it. I'm like, okay, by all means, you can finish it. But like, I made that intentional choice. I'm not enjoying it. Thus, I'm not going to spend my calories on something. I'm going to save those calories for something I'm actually going to enjoy, right? Hey, remember that saying no to food isn't rude. Like my friend made me feel so shameful being like, you can't waste food. That's unacceptable. Yeah, actually, I can. I can. I'm respecting myself. And taking care of yourself is respectful. You are your number one priority. You are the only one who can set those boundaries for you. No one else is going to do it for you. You're the only one who can say no. And so if you don't want it, simply say, I'm good. Thanks. No guilt. Walking into January feeling already proud. The goal isn't to survive the holidays, it's to walk into January feeling already so proud of yourself for all the hard work that you put into December. December's habits are going to matter because they build momentum. When you show up for yourself during the hardest season, you prove to yourself that consistency isn't dependent on perfect conditions, which we all know if we've been on this journey before that there's never going to be perfect conditions. There's always things that life is going to throw at us. So progress isn't lost in December. Maintenance during a challenging season is progress. Consistency beats perfection. Small imperfect actions compound into long lasting results. You do not need to earn food. Like you leave, if you take anything from today's masterclass, it's just like you do not need to earn food. Do not deprive yourself prior to, because it's going to lead to you binging more during those gatherings. Do not deprive yourself the next day because you overindulge and think that's like, just enjoy yourself and then reset the next day and get back on track. Don't punish your body or feel like you have to be good to deserve results. And systems are going to beat willpower. Your bare minimum plan is what's going to carry you through those tough days. Setting those boundaries with yourself is what's going to help you navigate the holidays. And I want you to focus on committing to one mindset shift and one non-negotiable habit. write them down, share them in the group, and then ask yourself, what does success look like for me during this holiday season? So, what's one mindset shift that you need to change and one non-negotiable habit that you are committed to during the holiday season? And you've got this. Not because you'll be perfect. We don't expect perfection, but because you're committed to staying consistent. All right. And that concludes today's quick little holiday success plan. Leah, I have a hard time with being very hard on myself when I have a day that's not so good, when I eat bad, drink, have too much fun, etc. This is all very helpful for me. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Honestly, like, I totally get it. I totally understand it. Like, sometimes we make choices that are not aligned with our overall vision, right? Sometimes we overindulge. Sometimes we're very aware that we did not give our best foot forward. And honestly, Leah, like, that's going to happen. It happens in my journey, it happens in everyone else's journey, but the biggest thing that sets you apart is that shame. The more that we sit in that shame and that guilt, the more that we do it more, right? The more that we are more likely to overindulge, throw in the towel, have that all or nothing mindset versus being like, okay, I had a not so perfect day. Okay, I overindulged. And it's nice to like reflect and go, okay, if I could do yesterday all over again, let's say I had like a day with the girls, whatever. If I could do yesterday all over again, and I had 2 glasses of wine and I got the burger with the fries and like I'm feeling like super shitty the next day, it's like, okay, if I were to do that all over again, how could I have set myself up for success? Maybe I'm only having 1 glass of wine instead of two. Maybe I'm getting a side of vegetables instead of the fries. And like, I can't go back and change that. But the next time, it's like, okay, how can I go into this with a little bit more control, with a little bit more boundaries with myself? Like going in prior to and already setting the boundary with yourself and going, okay, how do I want to feel when I leave this dinner? How do I want to feel at the end of this month when I show up to these gatherings? How do I want to show up? How do I want to inspire others? Like, that's another thing too when you're going out for these gatherings, like sometimes you just stand on track with your goals is going to have such a beautiful ripple effect around everyone else. The coolest thing is when you make an intentional decision for yourself of, let's say you're swapping your fries for a side of veggies instead, and then someone else that you're out with also decides to do a similar change because they're like, you know what, that's actually a good idea. I don't need the fries. I'd rather actually have some seasonal vegetables. And like that is such a huge win to watch you stay disciplined with your goals, ripple effect, and have other people around you start to change their decisions. And I made a video about this the other day of being like, oh, like what if someone judges me? And this could come down to like our holiday seasons too, of like we're prepping food and bringing them to the holiday gatherings and like, oh, what if someone judges me for being like too restrictive and then call me out? Or like, what if someone judges me for tracking my food, XYZ? And it's like, okay, but mindset shift, like, what if someone is actually super inspired by our discipline? What if someone's really inspired by us making those changes or setting those boundaries? And then in turn, they start practicing those boundaries, start in turn changing their daily actions. What if they start to make more cognizant decisions along their health and fitness journey just because you were focused on your goals? Like, what a powerful, powerful thing that you can do for yourself and also bring into the world. I love it. I love it. Miss Leah, I know you're a little busy, but do you have any questions, any concerns, anything that you want to share with me before we head off after today's training? And you can type in the chat or unmute. I love that so much. Thank you. No questions yet, but I will message you if I need to. Amazing. Amazing. Well, Miss Leah, thank you so much for joining today's live training and multitasking and getting your workout done like two birds, one stone. I absolutely adore it. And again, inbox is always open. If you have any questions, any concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your workout and I hope you're all set up for the holidays and stay tuned for next week's challenge or this week's coming. Yeah, we're gonna be launching that tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your beautiful weekend, and I look forward to hearing back from you soon. Go post your biggest takeaways in the community, and I will be posting the replay as soon as it's all uploaded. So peace out, everyone. You're very welcome. Bye.